Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day. So Cindy, if you don't mind to just wrap up from the last 9 clips, I'll tell you why, because I'm still lacking a little bit of clarity. I hope you won't judge me, Cindy, but I still go back to hurtful words that a parent of mine has said 30 years ago, even longer. I still go back to something that my classmate has said to me many, many years ago. Even a teacher. If you don't mind, Cindy, just wrap it up. Just give me sort of a short version, and I'll take notes perhaps, and to work on it even more, so I don't have to keep on reliving those painful moments. Sure. I will try my best. Number 1, there's going to be 3 aspects, I believe. So far I have 3. As I talk, sometimes there's more developed, but right now I have 3. Number 1 is people express themselves the way they feel about themselves. So people that have self-respect, people that have a positive self-image, even if they want to say something to you, something that you did that was incorrect, something that you made a mistake at times, they will say it in a respectful way. The moment someone is disrespectful to you, it just reflects who they are. That is number 1. Number 2, which deeply minimizes emotional scars from hurtful words, and that is putting your energy and time of how to build yourself versus what the masses do of trying to figure out who they could be friends, who they can be friends. To talk to individuals saying, oh, I thought they were on my side, and after 12 years I see that they spoke behind my back. So these people are constantly running around the world, giving their power to others, and the only decision they have to make is not about themselves, how they will become emotionally stronger, how they will become emotionally more stable, how they will become a greater person and build their character. It's all about who they can be next to and who they should not be next to. So number 2 is just with some of the exercises that I mentioned in this series and another series of how to build oneself, how to connect oneself, how to be preoccupied with yourself, that indeed will transform your feather into a cinder block. There will always be winds. There will always be emotionally unhealthy people around you. It's not about avoiding them. It's about focusing on you. And finally, number 3, most of us, even those emotionally healthy, there will be a part of the brain that will always slip, will always go back to a voice, to a situation, even if it's decades ago, that someone said to you. In other series, maybe we might talk about why your own brain, that part of the brain called amygdala, always brings you back to places you don't want to be. You decided you're done with it. You decided it happened 5 years ago or 50 years ago, and it still constantly brings you back to that moment. That's not for now. That's a whole long series of why it does it. It's confusing. But let's stick to your question. And the third and final thing is, when your brain takes you to a place, to an episode, to a depressing situation, to hurtful words that you're reminded, just look at it as your phone played a certain song, a song that you don't like, a song that reminds you of a horrific time, because that's the time that the song played when you went through a tough time. So sometimes just imagine your phone regardless if it's the iPhone, regardless if it's the Android, or whatever other phone, starts playing that song. The fact that the phone started playing that song was maybe perhaps out of your control. Again, we won't go into that now, but it doesn't matter. The initial moment you did not notice where that song began to play, where that thought, Mr. Ant, get off my legs. Sorry. But what is in your control, you pick up the phone and you change the song. We have full control over our thoughts. So when this moment comes, and sometimes it might take you 3 moments to go, whoopsie, what am I doing here? This is 30 years ago. This is 30 days ago. And you go, let me now get busy with something else. Let me stop this song and let me look through my playlist or whichever song I choose to Google, and I will play that song. Wow. That was it. That was all 9 recordings just in 3 minutes. Yes, 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 Feather. But I have one question. When you said the third thing, when you just close the music you don't like playing and you turn on other music. Cindy, isn't that suppressing feelings? Isn't that pushing things under the rug? Isn't that pretending that everything is okay? I don't want to suppress those thoughts. The fact that they came up, isn't there a way maybe to process it? Very good question, Feather. Join me next week, and I will answer that profound question. I like that question. Very good. And all of you out there listening to this, thank you very much for joining. Always do remember that you are way greater than you think you are. And if you have any comments, because this topic will have lots of comments, please, I need your comments. I need your perspective. I want to learn something new. If there's any other tricks that you do, please share it with us. Thank you so much. Until then, enjoy the day.